Xin chào, it's another day, another story to share. As my train journey continues, I notice how life here feels slower. The silence is strong, but also calming. Welcome to Đông Hà. From staying in a small motel to tasting the city's food at night, and simply watching how life moves. This city has its own charm. I arrived around 7 p.m. The city was calm, almost too quiet. My accommodation, found last minute, turned out to be a motel in a remote looking area. Surprisingly, it was very affordable. Imagine only 250,000 VND for the night, and clean enough for a short stay. After dropping my bag, I booked a grab to the city center, hoping to see the local market. But when I got there, it was closed. Then I have observed families strolled around the plaza, children played, and I just sat near the statue, wondering where to go next. That's when I met a stranger. We struck up a short conversation. He seemed curious about why I was alone. When I asked him where I could find good food, he kindly offered to drive me around. The first stop was a small dessert shop, Sinh Tố Thìn Hiệp, known for its smoothies and fruit snacks. I ordered a sentobo or avocado smoothie, and honestly, it was the best I have ever had. Creamy, sweet, refreshing, made with ripe avocados, condensed milk, and crushed ice. Every sip felt like comfort in a glass. And for just 30k or 30,000 Vietnamese dong, it was such a simple yet unforgettable joy. After dessert, he took me to a street food stall that was still open. I tried a classic plate of Vietnamese late night snacks: juicy grilled sausages, chicken wings, and chicken feet. Smoky, flavorful, and paired perfectly with dipping sauces. Later, we sat in the local plaza on a small plastic chairs under the night sky, classic Vietnamese style. He introduced me to another street favorite, a tall cup of iced milk tea with pearls, grass jelly, and a fruity cream topping. Creamy, sweet, refreshing. It was the perfect drink to sip while having small conversations about life in Đông Hà, my travel plans, and even the possibility of meeting again someday. Before parting ways, we exchanged contacts. When Grab didn't work later that night, he offered to take me back. His reaction to the motel I was staying at said a lot, but he didn't judge. Now back in my room, I started planning my next stop, which is Uy City. The next morning, heavy rain poured, canceling my plan to explore the local market. Instead, I checked out early and stopped by nearby cafe for breakfast. I ordered pho bo, Vietnam's iconic beef noodle soup. But here in Đông Hà, it tasted different from the version I had in Hanoi. The broth was fragrant, layered with herbs and comforting in its own way. Paired with a hot cup of coffee, It was the perfect rainy morning meal. After breakfast, I walked to the train station, only to find that my train to where was delayed. First by 30 minutes, then an hour, and eventually almost 2 hours. But instead of being frustrated, I embraced the pause. I people watch, observe families chatting, children laughing, and just allowed myself to sit in the moment. When the train finally arrived, I boarded and found the carriages packed. Curious, I walked to the train's small canteen. Inside, I watched staff and passengers eating meals together, sharing laughter together. I ordered simple snacks, chips, and coffee, and shared a table with a mother and her child. She tried to talk to me, thinking I was Vietnamese. We used Google Translate to bridge the language gap. She asked where I was from and why I was traveling alone. That small moment of connection reminded me why I travel. But as I sat there watching others enjoy their meals with their families, I felt an ache of loneliness. Traveling solo isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's about sitting in silence, realizing you have no one to share your food with, and still embracing that truth. Then I told myself, it's okay. You chose this. You wanted to experience this journey alone. And this feeling, this mix of solitude and discovery, is valid. Now, here are my takeaways in Đông Hà. Number 1. Traveling alone teaches you to be comfortable in your own company. Loneliness is not a weakness, it is an invitation to connect with yourself. Number 2. Small encounters matter. A stranger showing you around, a short conversation over dessert, or a mother curious about your story. These moments make travel meaningful. Number 3. Flexibility is key. Plans change. Rain cancels your market visit, trains get delayed. Instead of frustration, there's beauty in slowing down and simply observing life as it unfolds. And lastly, food is memory. From a 30,000 Vietnamese dong avocado smoothie to a steaming bowl of pho bo on a rainy morning, flavors become bookmarks of a journey. So that was my one night experience in Đông Hà, a quiet city that doesn't shout for attention but leaves its mark in subtle ways, through food, conversations, and the stillness that forces you to reflect. Traveling alone isn't always about chasing the next big adventure. Sometimes it's about sitting with yourself in silence, sipping a smoothie, watching people you don't know, and realizing that even in solitude, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now I'm off to We City. Thank you and see you.